I guess we should start with Shohei. What he's been able to do, whether it's been this season and the start today, how did you see him just continue to build on the excellence that he's had on the mound this year?
Yeah, today was really good. Today was good. I thought the velocity was there when it needed to be there. Command was better. He wasn't fighting himself as much as he was in the past few outings. Some sweepers. Mixing the curveball a little bit. But I thought he was in a good rhythm, and it was nice that with his bat too, we caught a nice lead, and we're able to kind of really not threaten much. Those guys weren't really didn't have much for him tonight.
It seemed like this was just a complete game, a complete effort from the group. But on the offensive side, for someone in specific like Kyle Tucker, was this the best that you have seen from him, whether it was the swing, the quality of the bats, the results that he got, when you look at his numbers this year?
It was a good one. I think tonight, if you look at the swing decisions, he was getting into good counts, swinging at the right pitches, and for him to get a ball, earn that opportunity with the homer, ball middle, and did something with it, and even the following at bats to get to 3-2 I think a couple times, and then get a ball down at the bottom, and line 2 singles, just 2 really good pieces of hitting right there on those, and I just felt he looked much more comfortable tonight. So with him, with Alex, his at bats, and obviously with what Shohei did, just a really positive night.
Shohei's got like a .7 ERA now through 10 starts. What is he doing to be this effective at preventing runs over this kind of extended period of time?
I think he's really being very selfish with base runners, trying to give up runs. I think a lot of starting pitchers, you feel your way into the game and you give up a couple early, then you bear down. But I've noticed with Shohei, every run is a premium, and he's literally trying to throw a shutout every single time he goes out there, where I don't know if every starter has that mindset.
How does that kind of show itself? Is it like in the way he attacks guys? Just like
well, it just shows itself because he doesn't let off the gas early. He's not trying to sit back and let stress be created and then, bear down. So he's doing a good job of minimizing it from the outset.
Are you considering sending him out for another inning, given he's off tomorrow? Or?
I was until we tacked on a couple more with the Freeland hit, and then I just felt that I had Hernandez up a little bit for that reason, and I just felt with a 7-run lead, to what end of having him go into the 7th inning.
With what Sanchez and Mizorowski are doing, if Shohei's going to get the Cy Young that he wants, he might need to pitch more innings. Is that something that you can be mindful of at all?
I can be mindful of it, but I still think that you still have to, play the game. I got to manage the game accordingly to what's best for the team. And I just don't think, with those 3 guys, you're not going to win it on June 3rd. And so there's a lot of baseball left.
In your unbiased opinion, is he the best pitcher in baseball right now?
I'll tell you, those guys are really good. So I don't want to, I don't need to fuel any fires with those other guys. They're all really good. Yeah.
How did you see Shohei's at bat today?
Great. He's hitting the ball hard. He's swinging at the right pitches. Couldn't have asked for anything more tonight. Yeah.
He said he likes his OBP, but he's not really happy with the number of a slugger. What could be the key for him to have more?
Well, honestly, I think he's hitting for average. He's getting on base. He's hitting the ball hard. I think we all got to appreciate to hit a line drive to the outfield, and then for it to be a home run is just this much. So it's not. I think he's doing just fine.
Has he done anything different the last couple starts to manage the at-bats better on the days he's pitching?
Yeah, I don't know what he's done, but I do see that the at-bats, I think honestly, I think the at-bats the last 3 weeks have just been better in total. But certainly on the days that he starts, I think that there's just better quality of at-bats than there were last year.
Has he been advised not to steal bases anymore because that
no.
seems to be one part of his game?
No, he's not being advised, but I think that he is still human, and so there is a tax on the exertion. Yeah.
Do you think that the fact when he's hitting well on pitching days, that has more to do with how he's hitting just overall rather than?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think obviously when you're feeling well at the plate, that's great and that's a good thing. But also he understands the most important part of his job that day, even when he's hitting, is the pitch. So I think sometimes the focus, leans more towards the pitching, which it should. But again, yeah, like you said, if you are swinging the bat well, then it still bodes pretty well for him.
You decided who the DH will be tomorrow?
Will Smith. Will's going to be DH.